Gray is here on the Blaze Radio Network.
Great to have you with us. 888-900-3393. Number to call. If you'd like to get in touch with us anytime during the course of the show. As usual, quite a bit to discuss. It's a busy couple of hours ahead of us. We're going to try to cram 15 minutes worth of entertainment into this next 2 hours. And so we got quite a task ahead of us. Let's see if we can do it. By the way, traffic and weather together every 7 minutes on the threes all morning long because we want you to get there on time. So that should be helpful. Yesterday at the White House, Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt laid out the first 6 months of wins from President Trump's second term. Here's some of what she had to say.
Yesterday, as you all know, we celebrated 6 months of the Trump administration. It's been a pleasure to work with all of you day in and day out here at the White House. 6 months, the most transparent administration in history, if I may add. And I know the president just wanted me to highlight his accomplishments over the past 6 months. If you, as you all remember, because you all covered it on the campaign trail, the president really promised the American people many things, but at the top of that list was to defeat the Biden inflation crisis and to secure our border and our homeland. And I think you've all seen in 6 months' time, the president has delivered on those two core campaign promises. Inflation is now running at a 2.1% annual rate. You look at our southern border, look at the numbers. Just last month, 0 illegal aliens were released into our country. And then look at what the president has done on the world stage. He has ended wars like India and Pakistan. He continues to work aggressively to end the war in Russia and Ukraine. He completely obliterated Iran's nuclear sites. He has continued to hopefully negotiate a ceasefire between Israel and Gaza to end that conflict and release all of the hostages. We've seen many of the hostages released as a result of this president's efforts. And this president is working around the clock every day to deliver on the promises he made. You also look at some of the cultural issues, to abolish DEI from our federal government and our military, to effectively end men and women's sports, which is a huge common sense policy that the American people support. And then if you look at the president's strong executive orders that have effectively ended the chemical castration of young children in our country. Just today, Washington, D.C. Children's Hospital in this city has announced they are no longer going to be prescribing puberty blockers to minors. This is a huge win for America and our children. There's certainly more work to do, and the president is doing it right now, and he will continue for the next 3.5 years. But certainly we've accomplished so much in just 6 months.
Mm-hmm. That's true. Mm-hmm. The only thing I would take issue with was, well, she did say annual inflation rate is 2.1%. It actually went up in June to 2.7%. But she annualized it. So, I don't know.
Yeah.
Nice way around it.
Watch that, food and energy.
Yeah. But that's a good list.
It sure is.
A lot of great stuff has happened.
There's a lot there to be proud of.
Yeah, really is. And I certainly don't miss Joe Biden. That's for sure. He was the president just 6 months ago. Remember this guy?
What's happened? I've changed it in a way that now you're in a situation where there are 40% fewer people coming across the border illegally. That's better than when he left office. And I'm going to continue to move until we get the total ban on the total initiative relative to what we're going to do with more Border Patrol and more asylum officers.
President Trump?
I really don't know what he said at the end of that sentence. I don't think he knows what he said either. Look.
Yep.
We all know it was catastrophic under Joe Biden. It was just catastrophic.
And we're not just talking about that debate.
No. No. But the border situation especially was bad. And for him to try to make out like it was good under his reign of terror is pathetic. So that was the moment the Democrat Party decided they weren't going to continue with him as their nominee. Somebody who hasn't gotten over that fact is Joe Biden's son, Hunter. Did somebody, they just did, was it a 3-hour interview we're about to hear some of?
Yes, he did 2.
3 hours.
On multiple.
He did 2 different
What's he
interviews.
promoting besides crack cocaine recipes?
What else is there to promote other than crack cocaine recipes?
A lot of us don't have a really good recipe for crack.
And he shares it.
Yeah, that's good.
It's a really good recipe.
That's great. I mean, if you're going to bother making crack, you want it to be good.
Well, yeah.
And you want to get it from the expert.
Yeah, you want the convenience store crack, too.
Thank you.
You do want that?
Yes, that's what you want. It's cleaner, Pat.
And I think we'll get that. There's going to be a lot of stuff in overtime with crackhead Hunter Biden.
Well, I say this. He's been sober since 2019, so leave him alone. He may have forgotten some recipe steps.
So he talked about the debate performance of his dad, and here's what he said was the cause of that.
Oh.
I know exactly what happened in that debate. He flew around the world, basically, and the mileage that he could have flown around the world 3 times.
Yeah.
He's 81 years old. He's tired as They give him Ambien to be able to sleep. He gets up on the stage, and he looks like he's a deer in the headlights.
Did he take Ambien just before the debate? Is that what your excuse is?
You're doing it wrong.
Yeah, that's not how it works, my friend.
That's the first we've heard that, by the way.
Yeah, that he took
haven't heard
Ambien?
that. Have you heard
Never
that?
heard of it.
No, I never heard of it.
No.
No.
Okay.
All right.
So he took Ambien.
I mean, that would check out his performance, but the fact that he is Joe Biden also checks out. I don't think Ambien had anything to do with what we saw.
So is it Ambien an upper or a downer?
It's a downer.
Good night time.
Okay.
Put you to
You're
sleep.
sleeping.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, that can put you out for like a week. Dropping out was a bad idea by Joe, he said.
Did you kind of see him dropping out of the race? Did you see that coming?
No. I was. I thought that we had cleared all the hurdles that they had set up for us, and so, if you remember, it was a horrible debate, and there's no arguing that it was anything but an absolutely horrible debate. And I think it scared the out of a lot of people because that were already concerned about his age. But as I say about everybody, the thing that we're going to have to grapple with as a society that's bigger than Joe Biden is this: how we handle people that age in front of our eyes. And recognize that they may have lost a physical step, but that does not mean they don't have the mental capacity to continue to do their job, and whether there still should be to be valued. So my dad grew old in front of everybody's eyes, and the difference between whether or not you thought that he was politically viable based upon your own biases, or whether you thought that he was politically capable based upon his accomplishments. Just remember, Joe Biden got 81 million votes. And it wasn't because of Donald Trump that Joe Biden got 81 million votes. Joe Biden got more votes than anybody that's ever run for president in the United States before, by a large margin. I mean, just think about it this way. The maximum number of votes that Barack Obama got just 8 years earlier was 69 million. Okay? Population hasn't grown that much. They had the highest voter participation of any presidential election since 1901.
Pause it.
Joe Biden.
He cheated, so there's that. So you want to? He's going to throw that in, right? Did I just jump the gun a little bit?
Yeah, you jumped.
He's going to throw in the fact that he cheated,
He's
right?
Jump the gun. Yeah.
No, okay.
Yeah, you have jumped the gun.
Darn it. Well, here he is.
They had the highest voter participation of any presidential election since 1901. Joe Biden had the most successful midterms of any president on either party in their first term since FDR in 1932. We won more state we won more state houses, more governorships. We picked up a seat in the Senate, which has never happened since 1932. And we held the Republican gains in the House to an all-time low, lower than in even 1932. Then, with the slimmest majority of any president ever, with a 50-50 Senate and a 4 or 5 vote majority in the House of Representatives, he passed more legislation in 2 years than any president has in 8 years since Lyndon B. Johnson, including the Investment Reduction Act, the recovery.
Johnson, my gosh, you want to compare him? That's a good comparison, actually, to Lyndon Baines Johnson. Really close to the worst president of all time. Only, I guess he's a little bit higher, maybe, than Joe Biden. I'd give Joe Biden the nod between the two of them. And then you got to throw in Jimmy Carter somewhere. So it's Carter, Johnson, Biden.
Wow, you're just skipping right by Mr. Treason, Barack Obama?
Yeah. I mean, he's above those three, I think. I would give him the nod to be the fourth worst. It'd be pretty tough to choose between LBJ, Jimmy Carter, and Joe Biden for worst of all time. So, yeah, he did some things. He got some legislation done, and it was atrocious. Put us in a hole that we're still trying to climb out of. But he had more.
Representatives. He passed more legislation in 2 years than any president has in 8 years since Lyndon B. Johnson, including the Investment Reduction Act, the Recovery Act, including the PACT Act, which was true health care, the first gun legislation that has been passed in in a generation, and the list goes on and on. Mm-hmm. And he came off of that, and for some reason, the intelligentsia of the Democratic Party, with 20/20 hindsight, believes that Joe Biden should have considered not running again because of their perception that he was too old.
Right, wow.
Man, when this guy, Hunter Biden, gets his pardon, gets his millions through illegal deals, and he dares show his face, and then he's got to complain about his own party. This guy. Okay.
Pretty bad.
Alrighty.
Pretty bad. But that's the smartest guy.
Smartest guy you know?
I've ever known in the whole wide world. And it's he talked about the PAC-Cadillac Act. The PAC-Cadillac Act that I talked about. Tried to talk about.
Yeah.
But I've said too much.
Yeah, you have.
I've said too much.
Yeah, go find find another kid to sniff. Pedo.
Then we got. So does he talk about Nancy Pelosi as well?
Oh,
who is this guy, and why are they even interviewing him? Do we know who the interviewer is here?
I thought it was a poor man's Alex Stein, but I can confirm it's not Alex Stein.
Okay, yeah.
But I don't know who this person is.
Okay.
I know it's Channel 5. That's all I know.
Channel 5. Somewhere
Channel 5.
Somewhere there's a Channel 5.
That's why you have a little 5
where this guy is on.
Yeah, that's why you have a little 5 at the bottom left. That's all I could find out.
Okay.
Channel 5.
Got some cool shoes, though.
He does have some cool shoes and a big old red tie.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's got a completely non-matching outfit on. That's good.
Maybe that's his
good.
thing.
Yeah. All right, so he was asked about or talks about Nancy Pelosi here.
And you would have the Speaker Emeritus that would say, well, I'm going to leave it up to, but I don't know. And they had already made a decision. They had clearly made a decision. And when I say they, I mean the Speaker. And, I heard Alexandra Pelosi say something, call my mom, like, put your big girl pants on to my mom or something. And I kind of feel like saying, who the do you think you are? I would never speak about your mom that way.
Yeah.
I would never speak about your father that way. I would never insult your parents that way.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he's way too respectful for that.
That's Hunter.
He spews respect.
Oh, man.
He honors mom and dad.
Sure.
He honors every person he comes, even the strippers and the hookers.
Yeah,
he honors them.
Yeah, his daughter. Don't forget about how he's honored his daughter that he won't acknowledge at all.
His brother's wife. I mean.
Yeah. Oh, the guy's full of respect.
That entire
and decency.
family.
Yeah, aren't they? All of them.
Yeah. So you got Hunter, who won't acknowledge his daughter, and you've got Joe, who showers with his daughter. Just
which one is better?
Lovely family you got there.
Yeah, they really are a lovely family. All right, let me tell you about Patriot Mobile. I realize there's a lot of choices when it comes to who you choose for your cell phone service, and there are new ones popping up all the time. But here's the truth. There's only one that boldly stands in the gap for every American who believes that freedom is worth fighting for, and that's Patriot Mobile. Not only are they leading the way in the red economy, but Patriot Mobile also outperforms the competition when it comes to technology. Patriot Mobile is the only one, they're one of the only carriers with access to all three major networks. That means exceptional nationwide coverage, plus the ability to have multiple numbers on different networks on a single smartphone. It's a real game changer. What I love about Patriot Mobile is that you can be in line with your values and what makes America great, and at the same time support a company who also shares your values. And you don't have to compromise quality to do that. That's the big thing. So many people want to, align their values with the company values, but it's just too much of a hassle, or you won't get the same kind of service. Not the case with Patriot Mobile. You get better service with them. Unlimited data plans, mobile hotspots, international roaming, internet backup, and a lot more. And switching is easier than ever right now. You can activate in just minutes, right from the comfort of your own home. Keep your number if you want, keep your phone, or you can upgrade. It's time to make the switch today. Go to patriotmobile.com/Pat, or you could call 972-PATRIOT, use the promo code PAT, and get a free month of service. That's patriotmobile.com/Pat, or 972-PATRIOT.
Yes. Pat Gray continues.
We got a lot more from Hunter, too, to share. This guy's incredible. And, again, it was 3 hours worth of interviews that he's responsible for. He may have actually used a few four-letter words during those interviews.
He really does.
I feel really bad. I feel really bad for Noah. Noah's spending so much time with the bleep machine
editing
this morning.
Yep.
Because Chris sent clip after clip after clip.
It was
in
a
last
good
night.
Interview. It was so good to watch.
Okay.
And there's a couple, right? Because there was a different one that we just played for the third.
He did two interviews. Whenever he did this, he did two.
He's on the Defend Joe Biden's Honor tour or something.
Yeah.
We thought it was going to be Joe Biden out there, but we got that wrong. It's going to be Hunter Biden.
Yeah.
That's who you need as a character witness. Hunter Biden.
Oh, he respects him.
I mean, nobody likes Hunter. The Democrats don't like Hunter Biden. Why is he the one out there doing this? That's not a good choice.
Because nobody else in the party is going to defend the Joe Biden legacy but his son.
And
his
they just
crackhead son.
The rest of the Democrat Party wants him to go away. Just please go away. We don't want to look at you. We don't want to hear from you. Correct. We don't want to see you. Just go away.
He is the smartest man I know. I mean, in pure intellectual capacity.
Yeah.
That's why he's out there.
That's pretty clear. Yeah. Here was Hakeem Jeffries. Now everybody's talking about it again. Why did Joe Biden brag? Why did he drop out? Blah, blah. So here's Hakeem Jeffries checking in on the Biden decision.
Sir, just any lessons from the last year after President Biden dropped out to now?
President Biden made the right decision not to seek re-election, and we'll leave it at that.
Okay.
All right.
And we'll leave it at that.
Okay.
Don't want none of this conversation.
So he made the right decision, but the Democrat Party didn't when they selected Kamala Harris. But who else do they have is really the question. They got nobody. And you see that as they're lining up their candidates for 2028. It's a party in desperation right now. But when are the arrests coming for the seditious acts by Barack Obama and his administration back in 2016? I just saw an interesting article from the Babylon Bee, who said Barack Obama says he can't be tried for treason because he's not a U.S. citizen.
Correct.
He wasn't born in this country.
Now he claims that.
Yeah.
Now he claims that.
Such a great story.
It's really funny. So we're flashing back now to Hillary Clinton on Russian interference back in 2016.
And whether or not there's fire, we need to figure it out. But here is what's important. Put the investigation into Trump, his associates, and everybody else to one side. There is no denying that the Russians interfered in the election. Right. Whether or not they had willing or unwitting help from the Trump team, they interfered, and they did so to help him and hurt me. And they did so to destabilize our democracy, and they have not stopped. So. I mean, there's been enough public testimony before Congress now by very distinguished, experienced intelligence professionals who all say the same thing. This is a clear and present danger to our country. And I think it's important.
Yeah.
And I would say this.
Yeah.
If the roles were reversed, if I had won the Electoral College and I were in the White House and the intelligence services, I've served with them, I've worked with them, I've read their analysis, both on the Senate Armed Services Committee and as Secretary of State.
It's interesting.
You know, they don't always get it right, but these are patriotic, hardworking, dedicated men and women. And if they had come to me and told you, you know, we believe that this election was interfered with, we believe that it was influenced, and we believe they are still trying to get into our system.
Step aside.
I would have stopped at nothing. I would have stood up and in front of the country said,
Can you imagine?
even if it advantaged me, I am not going to rest until we know
I can't take it with her. That is unbelievable. Okay, so even if it had benefited her, the Russian collusion was in her favor, and she would have heard any rumor about that. She would have stopped in her tracks and said, wait a minute. I cannot be president of the United States.
Nailed it.
Okay.
So
all right, Pumpkin.
Woman.
Yeah, that's...
How long are we going to tolerate these people not being marched away in handcuffs?
Forever, because it's never going to happen. Not these people. These people will not be marched away.
A treasonous conspiracy.
Hillary, Barack, nothing. Joe Biden, probably even Anthony Fauci and the like. Nothing will ever come of it.
Pelosi.
I mean, this what they tried to pull after the 2016 election in the Obama White House, as Tulsi Gabbard has accurately referred to it as a treasonous conspiracy. This should be the biggest story of our time. It should be right up there with the COVID cover-up and the ensuing vaccines. This is absolutely...
the COVID cover-up doesn't get enough publicity. That doesn't even get enough coverage.
I'm not sure this is getting enough publicity.
It's not. It isn't.
We do have Department of Justice now has the criminal complaint officially received yesterday from Tulsi Gabbard. This thing better progress. And I know that arresting a former president is a pretty big deal, but not unprecedented, as we've learned in recent years. So it can be done, and it should be done for matters of this kind of import compared to what they did to Trump. This is undermining our nation. It's plain as day. They left the documents behind, and it's shocking, actually.
And speaking of that 2016 Russian interference lie from Hillary and the Obama administration, yesterday there was more movement on that front. The Department of Justice received the formal complaint, like you just mentioned. And so that'll be interesting to see if anything. And, of course, I don't know. I don't expect anything to, because that's the way things have gone. I don't know.
We're going to let this
forever.
go? I mean, honestly, are people on the right, is the Republican majority in Congress going to seriously let this go?
We'll see, but probably.
I mean, these are...
Do you have any confidence in them now? I don't.
This has been an absolute mess. And this is the kind of thing that Jovan Pulitzer, a guy I've had 5 conversations with on my X stream. I mean, this is the kind of thing that was laid out plain as day. I mean, this thing in 2016, married with the COVID pandemic of 2020, created the stolen election that we were just talking about earlier. I mean, this is, they realized how vulnerable our systems were. They admit in their own documents that Russia had nothing to do with this. And if there isn't justice served on this, there's no reason to have a justice system. And now it's in Pam Bondi's hands. We have so much faith in that department, right?
Well, then, yeah. So that's on.
So it's on her desk, right?
If it's on her desk.
It literally is on her desk.
We know it's on.
Yes,
Tulsi Gabbard's formal complaint is on Pam Bondi's desk.
Oh.
Right.
Now start
Okay,
the
well,
damn
good.
clock.
Yep.
Jeez. So in 3 months, we'll hear that there was never
There's
anything there.
Nothing there. There's nothing there.
Yeah,
Okay.
nothing there.
Nothing there.
I thought it was on your desk. Yeah, that's not what I was talking about.
That's not what she meant, Pat.
Yeah, that's not what she meant.
That. She meant those files.
I didn't mean that file. I meant there was a bunch of files on my desk. None of them what you're talking about. Here's former FBI Director James Comey, who's mad about his daughter just being fired.
The reservoir is in grave danger right now. Trump and the hacks who lead the Department of Justice are hammering at the dam day after day, trying to turn it into just another gold leaf-covered Trump subsidiary. Our best hope is that good people will stay and do what Maureen asked. Have the courage to do the right thing always. You may get fired for acting that way, but there's honor in that, and nothing but disgrace for those who don't stand up. There are going to be hard weeks in the Trump era, and this was one for my family.
Oh, no.
But there are
Don't
plenty
say
of good people still in the department committed
Let's talk about
to
what
doing
you've
things
done
the
to
right
families,
way, committed to the
a-hole.
rule of law. For them, because of them, keep the faith.
What an inspirational
86
video for that
47
guy.
signing out.
Oh, that'll be a good sign off.
Yeah. Well, he didn't know what it meant.
No.
You know, he just thought it was a recipe. So. Also, the former NPR head talking about this thing about canceling Stephen Colbert has been ridiculous.
There's a protest in front of his studio saying that we need him.
He sucks. That's why. He's not making any money for it. In fact, he's losing money hand over fist. What was it they came up with the other day? Was it $40 million they lost on the show last year?
So with 200 employees?
Yeah,
Yes.
200 employees. They lost $40 million. It's not that they're not making much money.
Cool party trick.
It's that they're losing it hand over fist. How long do you want them to go along with that?
To the end of time.
And then they're trying to blame this on Trump? Come on.
Oh my gosh.
Free speech.
We can't play it here because it's literally every other word is an F-bomb. But last night on his stupid weekly show, Jon Stewart had a song, like a tribute to Stephen Colbert, and he basically told the current president to go and F himself. And it's just that they when they don't get their way over there.
Oh, man. They throw little tizzy fits, don't they?
Fast.
Yeah. They don't like it when they're talked about. They're all pissed off that Trump is celebrating the fact that he's been canceled.
Yep.
But they could say the worst, most vile lies about him night after night after night after night, and it should be that's fine. That's fine. But if he celebrates the fact that this loser is finally being shut down, then all hell breaks loose. I love the fact that the other talk show hosts, his competitors, are all, oh, we love him so much. He's so good. Is he? All right. I mean, I really think that that's disingenuous, too, coming from Jimmy Fallon and Seth Meyers.
Congratulations to Stephen Colbert. You not only got yourself canceled, you got an entire show canceled.
Yes.
It's gone forever. There is no show after you, bro.
Incredible. So here's the former NPR head on canceling Stephen Colbert.
Moment, and just get your reaction, your thoughts on CBS's decision to
What does she have to do
cancel The Late Show.
Who cares?
With Stephen Colbert, and whether you have any concerns about what that might say
I bet she
about
free
media
speech.
in general,
Free
and
speech.
media in the world of a Donald Trump presidency.
Yeah, well, look, this has not been a great week for free speech and speaking truth to power, without a doubt. Look, the circumstantial evidence, and that's all we have, is as follows. CBS has said that they are canceling Stephen Colbert after next season for financial reasons. At the same time, we also know, as you said in the intro, that it is the #1 show in its time slot. And we also know that
and it's losing money.
The new parent company for CBS, or they hope to be the new parent company, has spent money on other things. So it's very curious, and we have to also make note that Stephen Colbert is unafraid to, again, speak truth to power. He does it in a very bipartisan way over the years. And comedy and parody is an important part of a democratic ecosystem, and it's
he's as bipartisan as NPR is. That's for sure. Oh man,
we showed it yesterday. He does a really nice vaccine dance move.
Yeah, that was brilliant. That's brilliant. He and the 200 writers that he has with him
Came up with that idea.
Came up with that brilliance.
Vaccine.
Wow. 888-900-3393. More coming up.
This is Pat Gray Unleashed.
Got some tweets here. Dirty Mule tweets. Speaking of pharmaceuticals, were we speaking of pharmaceuticals?
Hunter Biden
Crack
makes
cocaine.
crack.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, of course we were.
In his spare time, which is all the time.
Yeah, better memory than
Pharmacist.
me, Dirty Mule. Ozempic works on weight loss and bee stings. Keith looks a lot better today. Yeah, the swelling went down. That's good. That's good. Congratulations.
I'm definitely a living proof.
Yes, you are.
You can overcome massive bee stings.
Efforting thought criminal. Listening to Hunter rewrite history during his interview, I'm tempted to ask, what's he smoking? But I think we already know. Hee-Haw the Viking. I was going to ask if Hunter kisses his mom with that mouth, but I don't want to know any more about what that family does at home. That's for sure. Good safety tip. Just don't even ask. The deplorable Mr. Jackwagon to Hunter Biden. Just because someone sticks a microphone in front of your face doesn't mean you should speak. Yep. That's for sure. All right. So we've got Whoopi Goldberg, one of the witches at the Coven on The View, and she's talking about. Everybody's talking about what happened at that Coldplay concert last week.
What a great event!
What a great event! It's just so ridiculous that they acted the way they did because all right, you've already been exposed. Now you've made it about 1 million times worse than it would have been if you would have just stood there.
Just stood there and waved.
Then nobody would have cared. Nobody would have bothered. We would never have known, probably.
Nope.
Wouldn't have gone viral.
Correct.
You'd still have your jobs. You'd still have your marriages.
Can I just say that, as someone rightfully pointed out, and this says so much about our society, is that we know more about the two people at a Coldplay concert. There you go.
Mm-hmm.
After 4 days, than the guy on the right, Thomas Matthew
sure.
Crooks, the shooter at Butler, Pennsylvania.
That's for sure.
Who nearly killed President Trump.
Jeez.
We know more about them than him. And that is a great point, Stephen Greenstreet.
Sure is. Meanwhile, Whoopi defended the guy, the Astronomer CEO, the guy we just saw there with his side chick, as Morgan Wallen just called. Morgan Wallen, the country star, just did a concert over the weekend, and he said, "Hey, you're safe here with your side chick. Okay, we're not gonna rat you out." Anyway, here she is talking about the Astronomer CEO.
A CEO of a company should never be dating the head of HR. They are literally there to. I mean, beyond the affair, these are the people that's supposed to implement company policy. There's a power dynamic. There's a question of like.
Sometimes you can't help who you want to get on. Oh no! The head of HR.
It's also
because she's not the head of HR in the bed.
But someone's got to be.
She is the company police. She's supposed to be telling people what to do, what not to do. I'm going to keep it to myself. She's the head of something in bed.
But listen, it's.
They're a fun group,
What was
aren't
the
they?
quote she said? Sometimes you can't help who you want to get on.
Yes.
Okay, Whoopi. Good job.
Beautiful. That's beautifully put. Thank you, Whoopi. That's so icky coming from her. Shoot.
It adds a layer for sure.
Does. All right. And speaking of sordid things, Hakeem Jeffries was asked about the Jeffrey Epstein files.
Thank you, Mr. Leader. House Democrats spent last week trying to force votes to release records related to Jeffrey Epstein, and you have said that you support that movement. Why are Democrats just looking at this and pushing for this right now and not really during the Biden administration?
I support transparency in terms of the American people.
Yeah. Why now?
The far right, Donald Trump, Right-wing conspiracy theorists and others are the ones who have put this Jeffrey Epstein thing in the public domain. Let's be clear about that. No one looking at the facts disputes that. This isn't anything that any of us as House Democrats have been focused on ever.
Right, and the question is, why weren't you then, and why are you now, all of a sudden?
Of what may or may not happen. But once it has broken into the public domain, and there's a clear desire on behalf of the American people to get more information, then the right thing to do
Why does it take this guy
is
so
to
long
present the
to say
facts
one thing?
and the evidence
He's trying to be Obama.
to the American people so that they can make an informed decision.
I will say, it isn't the Democrats that have driven this. Now, we've talked about that. I don't think it's Democrats who have driven this. It is we who have wanted the information because we're the only ones who care about children. They're fine with murdering them in the womb. We're not. We care when they've been abused sexually, and we want people held accountable, and we don't care if those people are Republicans or Democrats. We want them held accountable, and we always have. So that's not a new thing. And so I don't think it's Democrats who have driven this. This is not some conspiracy that came from Democrats.
And yesterday I saw, what's his name? Thomas Massey with Phase 2 binder of the Epstein file. Do you have that picture, Joe? There it is. The Epstein files Phase 2. So
what? Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's his House resolution.
So let's see.
That would compel the release of all the files. Now, Speaker Johnson, who actually does call the shots in the House of Representatives, says there will be no movement on the Epstein stuff before the upcoming recess. The upcoming recess is after Thursday, so they got 3 more days in session. Then they're off until after Labor Day.
Oh my gosh!
And so you won't be seeing anything in the House of Representatives released.
Starting Friday, they're off till after Labor Day.
Correct.
President Trump's trying to get at least the Senate to stick around for a while. He doesn't want them on recess right now because he wants judges approved.
Yeah.
And so he's saying, hey, why don't you do your job until it's done, and then you can go on vacation.
That's not possible.
It's not possible. You can't ask them to do that. That would be like doing their job.
If Ghislaine Maxwell, if she's going to ever be called or anything, again, none of this stuff is going to have any movement in the House, if at all, until after Labor Day.
Cool. That's great. Yeah, that's great. That works out really nicely, doesn't it? Hasn't she offered to? Ghislaine has offered to testify if she has immunity.
Yeah,
right?
she's right now. She's even doing interviews. I just saw a New York Post story where she is saying like, I want to talk. I have information. I have journals that I can help.
She want to be released first?
Yeah,
is that her deal?
That too. Yeah, that too. She does not want to be there, 20, 30 years, I think she got sentenced.
Yeah. Well, if it's all a hoax, she probably shouldn't be.
That's what I said.
So
well, we played in overtime last week, that video. In fact, I don't think you were in here for that, Pat. You were down filling in for Stu. But we played this 10-minute video from Wired magazine about how they've tracked, that magazine has tracked so many cell phones to Jeffrey Epstein's island. They know the identities of many people. And that was in the 3 years right after his arrest. So they already knew that he was convicted. But part of that story was Maxwell, the way they tracked her down was her cell phone. I don't think that I knew that originally. So there's a lot in that thing. Bottom line is everybody knows where you're at any given point if they want to.
Yeah.
Are you still talking about Jeffrey Epstein?
All right. Let me tell you about healthcare costs that are skyrocketing. We all know that's the case, and Big Pharma is raking in billions of dollars, and it's anybody's guess what insurance will cover tomorrow. But that's why focusing on prevention is really the smartest move you can make, and that's why this research from the American Heart Association grabbed my attention. They found that about 3 grams of omega-3s a day can help support healthy blood pressure. I love that. And you can support healthy blood pressure in your own body right now. Don't make the mistake of believing that fish oil is all it takes to bring down your blood pressure. That's why I found out about this krill oil and how much more effective it is than the omega-3s in the fish oil supplements. Plus, this doesn't give you that fish burping situation all day long.
Funny you say that because I'm about to take mine.
Yeah, are you?
Yep.
Okay.
It is.
That's the krill oil one.
That's the krill oil one, yes.
Yeah. Yep. It doesn't do that to me.
Nope.
It doesn't
smell.
No, it doesn't. And then, so you don't have that going on all day. This supports brain health, reduces inflammation, and it can even help ease joint pain and stiffness. So that's a game changer as you age. So why wait? This is a simple, smart way to take care of yourself right now. And we'll get you started with up to 66% off and free shipping. This deal can't get any better. Go to nativekrill.com/Pat. Nativekrill, Krill. nativekrill.com/Pat.
Pat Gray Unleashed is here.
It is. So there's also a lot going on at President Trump's HHS department. FDI head Marty Makary talking about mRNA vaccines. I'm sure we're
committed to that, and I don't want people to think that, we're blowing off the safety signal that many people have described. I personally know of people who have been injured by the vaccine. I personally know of friends who have lost a loved one from the mRNA COVID vaccine. So I think it is reasonable at this time to say we want good, solid, definitive data. And the conditional limited approval of the COVID vaccines is in that framework that we want to see a proper data set come to us so we can take a good look at that data.
You mentioned you're aware of some people who have been injured and even lost a loved one through these mRNA products. There's a kind of a whole movement of people, for example, React 19 is, I think, the most prominent nonprofit that is acting to help people who have been injured or believe they have been injured. And is there any action being taken to try to help them? I know that, as we're recording here, there's about to be another hearing related to, the experiences of those people and the prospects of them getting help, because that in many cases they were not given it.
Yeah. Well, first of all, vaccine injury is real. I do believe that.
Thank you.
I also think there were some cases of long COVID ascribed to long COVID when it may have been simply vaccine injury.
Right.
I'm not saying that's all of them. I don't want people to read too much into that, but I would like people to be patient with us as we try to approach this methodologically, collecting the proper data. It is easy to react. I was very angry when I learned that a friend's father had died from the COVID vaccine. And look, we're convinced it was causal until proven otherwise. You can always nitpick and say, well, this could have been a random event, but no. There are many reasons why we are confident that it was causal. Now, when I say we, not the FDA, but me and my circle of friends and loved ones who know this individual who lost their father. So people have a right to be angry. They have been deceived on different aspects of the COVID pandemic. They have been ordered to march into a vaccine line, even if they were healthy and low risk and already had circulating antibodies. Yep. People have a right to be upset, but I would ask people to be patient with us as we do this the proper scientific way.
That is by far the most we've ever gotten from the government.
Yeah, Marty
on
Makary
this
is
issue.
awesome over at the FDA.
That's fantastic. Wow.
Yeah.
That's a lot of admission right there.
Sure is.
A lot of validation, too, to a lot of people who have been through this and have been told that they're insane.
Yeah, and I saw one doctor posted over the weekend on X that if she had administered the shot to all of her patients that she had, she would have made $1.5 million just off administering those mRNA shots. And a lot of people have been upset because on July 10th, the FDA approved a new Moderna COVID shot for children 6 months to 11 years old. Well, Dr. Robert Malone apparently says that HHS officials went behind RFK's back while he was on vacation to approve those Moderna shots. He received no briefing and gave no sign-off on the decision, and two high-ups there at the FDA have been terminated. And now it's likely that those Moderna shots for kids will now be revoked. We shall see. So take them off the market. Take them all off the market. Let's go. But to Marty Makary's point,
let's do some research on it. Let's study it. Let's finally be reasonable about it and look into it, because we all know people who have been harmed by that vaccine.
And I understand that this thing takes time, but I mean, we were human guinea pigs. I mean, this is what...
Yeah, it was bad.
And so, as quick as that was, you want the solution to be... And I don't, for many, there's no solution, unfortunately. But you want these things gone and unavailable as soon as humanly possible.
And yesterday we talked to caller Michelle. She lost her teeth.
All right. Yeah, she's had... Since she took the vaccine, she's had 11 broken bones.
Yes.
And lost her teeth.
Lost 18 of her teeth.
Golly. Unbelievable. I mean, I didn't even know that it weakened bones. Made your teeth fall out? I had no idea of that particular side effect.
Well, there's some bone marrow cancers and so many new turbo cancers that now are affecting people that are very young and are advancing very quickly. Things that used to be rare. And I wonder where they originated from.
I wonder.
Climate change.
Marty Makary. Climate change? Is that what it was?
Change.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're probably right. He also talked about gene editing.
This is fascinating. This is eerie. This is with a Megyn Kelly interview. Listen to this. This is stunning.
Yeah, the companies who were offering a gene editing sort of therapy for individuals, something called CAR T therapy, they were drawing the blood cells of Americans in the United States, then shipping them off to outsource the gene editing to labs in China. This is all recent. It was just approved in the last administration. And then they're shipped back to infuse into Americans. And I thought, oh, my God, do people not understand the potential national security risk? And I wonder if these patients were even informed what's going on. Were they just told, hey, we're going to do this therapy, we're going to draw your blood? Did they even really understand what was happening?
Oh, my gosh. Okay.
They are uncovering a lot of interesting things over at the FDA and how things were done.
That is mind-boggling.
Sure is.
And first I've ever heard of that. Have you heard of that before?
Had not heard anything like that.
Wow. We still have to get to what RFK Jr. said about pulling us out of the WHO treaty. We'll get into that and lots more coming up.
Pat Gray Unleashed.
Pat Gray is here on the Blaze Radio Network.
And thank you for being here as well. Got a few tweets here. Not a commie tweets. Pat, you really do not have to play clips from The View. Really, you don't. Just saying.
I'll take responsibility. That's on me.
It's on Chris.
On me. That's on me.
It's on Chris.
I just like it.
Frank Johnson's alter ego. So if there's no evidence and nothing wrong was done, because it's a hoax after all, right? What does Ghislaine Maxwell need immunity from? That's a pretty good question.
Mm-hmm.
And Caffeinated Texan, may I point out, we complain that Congress is always working in D.C. and never back in their districts. We also complain when they aren't working when they aren't at work in D.C. I mean, yes.
Because they suck no matter what.
I was going to say, thank you, Keith.
Yes.
But when there are things that we need them to do,
we need them to do it.
We need them there.
Mm-hmm. Yes, like this.
That's why cockroaches have a higher approval rating than Congress does. People would rather have a cockroach in their home than Congress at work or not at work.
That's fair.
So, yeah, they're doing a great job. They're crushing it right now. Yesterday, we talked about maybe it was on overtime. We talked about, or was it at the end of the show? We talked about the WNBA.
It was at the end.
They did the pay us what you owe us T-shirts.
Yes, they did. It was at the end.
So coupons at Denny's are on their way.
Yes. Yes.
And so I did a little math yesterday.
Oh, okay.
In 2024, the WNBA, this is a lot more than they used to gross, but they grossed $200 million last year and still lost $50 million. Never in its existence has it ever made money or even broken even. They've never broken even. By the way, okay, the WNBA made $200 million. The NBA made $11.3 billion. So the NBA only makes 56.5 times the revenue the WNBA does. So
the numbers don't lie.
They don't. Obviously, that's a massive revenue gap. So I don't know if they think they deserve to make what the men make. Is that their claim now? Are they trying to make as much as the men make in the NBA?
Me and Jeff were talking about yesterday, and we could not find, and we tried, what is exactly what they
what's
want.
the number you're looking for?
No one is giving a number. What they are saying is they just want
more.
They just want pay us what you owe us.
Keep in mind, they're still losing money, and they always have. So I don't know how you justify a raise at this point, but let's try to be objective and fair. And I'm not even an NBA fan, let alone the WNBA. But if you multiply the average WNBA salary, which is around $147,000 a year, multiply that by 56.5, and that works out to $8.3 million. Okay, so that's what that's what the NBA players should be making on average. Their average salary in the NBA is almost $12 million. It's $11.9 million. So could you actually bump up the WNBA players' average salary a little bit? Maybe. Maybe you justify raising the average WNBA salary to $212,000 from $147,000, and it would be commensurate with what the men are making since the revenue difference is so great. I don't know, but that's not what they're screaming for, I don't think. I think they want to make, the tens of millions that the men make.
The 50% that the guys make, right? Because they make 50%.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what they want.
Doesn't work that way,
and right now, from the math that we found online, the girls make 9.8% compared to the 50 like the guys get. So
yeah. So they'll just keep complaining.
Yes.
And nobody will continue to watch. So
that's another one too. No one is watching.
I mean, it's better than it was because of Caitlin Clark. You can't really argue that. It's true. It is up from the absolute abysmal numbers that they did have before Caitlin Clark. And there's some interest in it now. But they're still losing $50 million a year.
Do we have a WNBA here team?
Yeah, in Dallas? Pretty sure we do.
Would they ever come? Because I would love to see one.
You'd love to see a WNBA game?
Up. I get free tickets, so I'll be getting in for free. I would love to see Caitlin Clark, see if what she's all about.
Really?
Yes. That's it. Just an experiment.
Okay.
They had that WNBA All-Star game, which
we talked about it. Yeah,
which is just it's an oxymoron if there ever was one. But I want to protect my source here, so let me see how I can read this. But I have it on excellent authority that this was not something that was known ahead of time. Those T-shirts that they came out in.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah, I'm
sure. There is someone of high authority within the NBA that was on hand, and they had to approve. Let's see, prove what was acceptable. So anyway, this caught the broadcasters completely off guard. This caught all of the higher ups off guard. This was nothing that they.
I'm sure.
So then they had to, at the last minute, scramble and figure out how to show as little as possible. But of course, the pictures came out on social media regardless.
Oh, yes.
And it was a thing. So even the NBA is very sensitive to how unpopular the WNBA is. They're like their little child that they have to corral and coddle and somehow figure out how to make it acceptable to the populace. Rest of us. Yes.
Yeah,
and they suck at it.
How do we gain an audience here?
Yes,
and not lose $50 million a year on this stupid league that we have been subsidizing for its entire existence, and you're making it worse by throwing this in people's faces when they know you don't deserve the same money the men are making. I'm sure they've got their work cut out for them.
And think of this:
the NBA.
They have their face of the league now in Caitlin Clark, but yet they do such a terrible job. And shame on Caitlin Clark as well.
Treat her like crap.
They do.
And shame on her for not standing up to this stuff.
Yes.
And just bending the knee at any chance she gets.
Right.
And but I just think it's so telling when they put on the cover of the WNBA game Angel Reese and not Caitlin Clark.
I saw that.
Are you guys...
Unreal.
That is idiocy.
Well, they have to, right? Because she's black.
Yeah. I mean,
and
probably.
Sorry, Caitlin, you're white.
Mm-hmm.
But that was correct. That Dallas Wings is the WNBA for our area, and I guess they're selling out.
They're selling out?
That's what I was told.
Get out of here. No, they're not.
They got that number 1 draft pick chick, right?
Sure.
She started playing yet?
Where do they play?
American Airlines, according to Wes.
They sell out the American Airlines
That's
arena
what he just
at
told me.
18,000 people. I don't believe that. I don't believe that.
I'm just
There's
repeating
no
what I was
way.
told.
Maybe on Caitlin Clark night when the Indiana team comes to town.
Oh, yeah, I was going to ask that. What team is she on? Indiana
Heat, whatever they are.
Heat. Okay.
They're not the Heat. No,
they're the Fever.
Fever.
Fever. It's one of those.
For more cowbell.
Mm-hmm.
20,000 people sold that. I just got yelled at again. So
get out of here.
Yeah.
I don't believe it. I'd like to see that. And a full arena at American Airlines. Is that true? All right.
It's not true until Pat says it's true.
Okay, it's not true until Pat gives
But yes, they did.
It's not true until it's proven it's true.
They have been selling out games according to this Google deal.
That's crazy.
Against prominent teams. Now, I don't know. That's the thing. What's the threshold for a prominent team in the WNBA? But Indiana Fever is the only team listed here as a prominent team.
Oh, they already,
so I don't know.
They already went against them in here? Oh, man, I wanted to go.
So that was 3 sellouts. This story's from a few weeks ago. So I don't know. Congratulations to the Dallas
3 sellouts this year?
That was a few weeks ago. I have no idea what it is
That's not bad.
It's better than I thought.
There you go, Pat. So put that in your pipe and smoke
they usually have like 40 people in that arena.
I mean, look.
So it looks a little empty.
They could be the worst managed team in all of Dallas sports history, and they're still managed better than the other tenant at the American Airlines Center, the Dallas Mavericks, who traded away Luka for nothing.
Absolutely.
Yep. And got really lucky, though, with Cooper Flagg.
Yeah, how's that work? Boy, it's amazing how these NBA draft lotteries work, huh?
They had a 1% chance. I think, was it less than 1%?
Yeah.
Yeah. Less than a 1% chance to get the number 1 pick in the draft, and they got it somehow. That's amazing.
Right.
See, this is where you lose me because I don't know what you're talking about now.
Yeah. Okay. They got the number 1 pick in the draft.
Okay.
They put a bunch of ping pong balls in, depending on your likelihood, and Dallas got the number 1 pick.
Well, that's lucky. That's great.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wait. Did you guys see foul play in this?
I don't know. Something's up. They had less than a 1% chance of getting that ball selected
and
for
they
them.
did.
But it happened. So just amazing wild luck, I'm sure.
And right after the Luka debacle.
Right.
Cray,
Interesting.
That is crazy.
I smell another.
How about that?
Conspiracy show on this? Is that what you guys getting at?
Yeah. All right. Let's get back to the RFK situation because
this is big.
Here he is talking about pulling us out of the World Health Organization treaty.
Last year, the World Health Organization's governing body made some far-reaching amendments to its international health regulations, otherwise known as the IHR regulations. These regulations establish the legal framework that gives countries rights and responsibilities for managing public health events with global impact. The deadline to reject these amendments is next week, and we are rejecting them. So I'd like to explain to you why. The first reason is national sovereignty. Nations who accept the new regulations are signing over their power in health emergencies to an unelected international organization.
Yeah, no thanks.
That could order lockdowns, travel restrictions, or any other measures it sees fit. In fact, it doesn't even need to declare an emergency. Potential public health risks are enough for it to initiate action. If we're going to give the WHO that much power, we should at least invite a thorough public debate, especially since the agreement is an official treaty and it bypasses the U.S. Senate, which plays a key role in ensuring major international commitments receive proper democratic oversight. To make matters worse, the new regulations employ extremely broad language that gives the WHO unprecedented power. They require countries to establish systems of risk communication so that the WHO can implement unified public messaging globally. That opens the door to the kind of narrative management and propaganda and censorship that we saw during the COVID pandemic. We don't want to see that kind of system institutionalized even further. The agreement also contains provisions about global systems of health IDs, vaccine passports, and a centralized medical database. It lays the groundwork for global medical surveillance of every human being.
Wow.
Yeah, and he goes on and on, and we just cut that short because it makes the point that that's not something that we need to be a part of.
No.
And very grateful that he's pulling us out of that.
You wonder if the Biden administration had continued, or the Harris administration, they wouldn't have done that. They wouldn't have pulled out. They'd just go ahead and cede our sovereignty to the World Health Organization.
They're always looking for ways to give up our sovereignty.
Yep. So, yeah, if it's not just allowing everybody to flood across the border, it would be the WHO treaty. Pathetic.
Yeah. Did you see, though, that RFK bought a $4.3 million house in Washington, D.C., because, he's trying to make things right, it sounds like, with Cheryl Hine. And now she's not even going to move to D.C.
Oh, really?
So she's like, yeah, I'm going to stay in California.
Well, yeah, remember our allegations were that RFK Jr. may be stepping out of the marriage if she's not involved. So that's why he got the house over there. We made a whole fun of this. So then Jeffrey was here.
She decides,
Now she's like, it was right after that expose from the stupid text that he sent to that weird reporter. So that's when they got the house in D.C. and now she's not going.
So there's trouble in RFK Jr. paradise? Oh,
there was. There was.
Sure,
I guess now she's like, I trust you. You can go to D.C. all by yourself.
But he already bought the $4 million home there?
Yes.
Wow.
Very weird.
Yeah, that is kind of weird. At least she has a place to stay when she comes to D.C. So that'll be good.
Right?
If she comes, yeah. All right, let me tell you about Kexi cookies. That Dubai chocolate cookie.
Pat.
Oh, man. People love it.
I don't like you.
Yeah.
My wife wants me to buy her a whole box
of Dubai chocolate?
Yes.
Yeah, you should, because
she's like, when can I get them again?
It's only available through the end of the month, so you got to get it right now. Okay? If you haven't already, get your stock up right now.
It has pistachios, so careful.
It does. Yes. It does have a nut thing in it, but it doesn't taste like nuts.
I don't like
nuts, and
I didn't taste it.
I can't taste the pistachio in it. It's delicious, so good. Got this 5-star review from Holly. Said we ordered these cookies after hearing Pat talk about them on his show on the Blaze. Honestly, we're used to being underwhelmed after buying into the hype, but Kexi cookies did not disappoint. The flavor of these cookies was amazing. I highly recommend Kexi cookies to those that want consistency in flavor and texture. Size-wise, they are good. Overall, great value. Thank you, Kexi, for a great dessert experience, and you're welcome. Thank you for testing them out. Appreciate that. Pretty soon, hopefully, in Fort Worth, Texas, we'll have another place to test them out. I think we might be getting into the stockyards here pretty soon.
Oh, Pat.
They've asked for our financials, and that's a really good sign.
That's a good sign.
Try to get in there.
Oh.
Yeah. So might be a couple different ways to get Kexi soon. But for now,
so cool.
For now, there's just Kexi.com. Go to Kexi.com. Order yours today. KEKSI. Kexi.com.
Follow Pat on X at Pat Unleashed. Pat Gray Unleashed returns right after this.
Some tweets here for you. Jimmy Dimples tweets, WNBA lost $50 million in 24, and Stephen Colbert lost Paramount CBS only $40 million any given year. Way to go, girls. You're overachievers. From Kenneth Parker. Pay us what you owe us from a WNBA player is the same as your wife asking where you want to eat. You'll never get an answer besides, nah, not that.
That's true.
From Stupid MAGA Weakling. I'm guessing the twerking they did when they were introduced wasn't approved ahead of time either?
Oh, no.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
They twerked as they were introduced.
We can confirm that.
That's lovely.
They definitely did.
That's lovely.
Twerking during the pregame.
What else are you supposed to do when you get introduced?
What else are you supposed to do?
You're supposed to walk there and
just run onto the court?
No, you're supposed to twerk
you gotta
it
twerk.
out.
You have to. From Tamara, no wonder the WNBA is losing millions each year. People like Chris Cruz get free tickets.
Okay.
If Chris paid his fair share, the players would make more money.
Easy there, Tiger. They get donated.
That's what it is.
To these
That's
organizations.
exactly what it is. They're all freebies.
This is your fault, Chris.
I would love to know the percentage that is actually sold tickets.
Yeah,
that'd be true.
Be interesting.
Yeah.
From Frank Johnson's Alter Ego, still say the most overlooked sport is midget ping pong.
Okay. Now, I saw that tweet, and I looked up midget ping pong. And while I have yet to find that, although I need to, I did find midget wrestling.
I love midget wrestling.
I mean, this right here.
Yeah.
I mean, look at this. Huh?
Love midget
got
wrestling.
the guy making faces, and whoa, look at that duck, and then
yeah, look at that.
That's tough to pick him up, I guess.
So, just like there's midget wrestling, there's midget bull riding, and that one is my favorite.
Okay.
Do they do that in Fort Worth?
No, not in Fort Worth, Mexico.
Okay.
That's where I've seen the videos from.
I was going to say, that might be a little politically incorrect. I don't know. Okay.
So?
This is Texas.
Thank you.
If they consent.
Right. What's the problem? That's not how people look at it, however.
True.
I mean, they had consent from the tribes in D.C. or around D.C. for the Redskins name.
Not
that
anymore.
Didn't matter.
Nope.
Because a bunch of old white liberals were like, it's offensive. Is it? Are you the ones that should matter, whether you're offended or not?
That's a good question, Pat.
Yeah, I think
that's a great question.
I think it is. Let's look at the people who are offended. If it's not the actual people, then why worry about it?
Move on.
Right. All right, let's check in with Judy in Florida. Judy, welcome.
Hey, guys, love the show.
Thank you.
Listen, I had COVID 4 times. My husband and I both did. And we had it before anybody knew what it was. We were sick for a couple of months, and then it all came out, and we figured it out. But I was deathly ill. I've never been so sick in my life. Well, I've been diagnosed with long COVID. And there is only one thing that helps, and everything has been tried on me. There's only one thing that helps, and that is the Stop Smoking Nicotine Patch. And Dr. Brian Ardis is the guy that came up with that. He's a holistic guy, and I saw him on a show, and I said, we got to try this. And I literally started getting well within 7 days.
Really? From a nicotine patch?
Yep.
What is the basis for that? Do you know? Do you know why that helps?
I really don't fully understand it, but you got to have him on your show. His last name is spelled Ardis. I think your people would love him. He's a holistic guy, and this came out quite some time ago. I've told many people about it, and they've also seen a lot of help from it. I, unfortunately, didn't get completely over it, and I keep a supply of them on hand. And every time I start getting those symptoms, and for me, I start getting it's gross, that sticky, thick phlegm in my windpipe, and it cuts my breathing off. And it became a real problem. I'm a singer and guitar player, and it really became a problem when I'd start singing and nothing would come out, and my husband would have to cover it for me on the lyrics or something. But yeah, it's the only thing that helped. It somehow breaks that up.
Wow.
And I don't fully understand it, but I would love to see him on your show.
All right. We'll look into that.
That probably would
Thanks, Judy. Glad you found something that helped, too. That's great.
I'm guessing that would be a fascinating conversation. I've seen several videos about nicotine and the benefits of it.
Have you really?
Oh, absolutely. For probably
so that's
6
nothing
months
new to
now.
you.
No, I've got a friend who swears by it, and I did catch a little. There was an interview that Tucker did, and he just mentioned in passing, this was a couple of weeks ago, about how he never missed a day of work being sick when he did a show at Fox, and he attributed that to, if I understood him correctly, he just mentioned this real quick, nicotine.
Interesting.
So there you go.
All right. So if you're suffering from long COVID, might want to look into that.
A lot of people swear that it keeps them healthy. Not the smoking.
I was just
the nicotine content.
So I'm going to buy a pack of smokes and then I'm healthy?
No. You can do a patch. You can do the thing.
Oh, okay.
All right. Let me tell you about Chef IQ. The hardest part about cooking or barbecuing meat, steaks, chicken, whatever it is really finding out the temperature of the meat. You know, you're tethered to the hot stove or the barbecue. You're sweating constantly. It's 1,000 degrees outside in the summer. You're singeing your eyebrows. And then serving it, and I mean, it's difficult to get things right. That's where Chef IQ Sense comes in. It's a brilliantly simple cooking sensor. Goes right into whatever you're cooking. It's kind of like a meat thermometer, but wireless and way smarter. So you download the app and you put the sensor in the meat that you're cooking and set it for the right temperature, and it comes out perfect every time. I love this thing. It continuously monitors and predicts exactly when my food will be done. No opening a hot oven, no sweating over a barbecue. You can even go somewhere else and do something else. Just keep an eye on the app. It's fantastic. You're free to kick back and do what you want to do. You need to jump on this. Summer grilling season is here, and Chef IQ Sense makes you a grill master. And during the flash sale, you'll get 15% off right now. Visit chefiq.com, promo code Pat. Again, chefiq.com, promo code Pat.
Pat Gray Unleashed.
Welcome.
Got you, bro.
888-900-3393. Pat Unleashed on Twitter. All right, we have.
Now you want to watch the
I'm
WNBA
afraid.
based on this
I don't know
new
if I
video.
even want to see this.
You don't.
You do want to see it because I have two of you. It's two twerking videos.
Oh,
it's God. Two.
I got
Really?
the one that happened at the All-Star games, and I got Reese twerking.
Ugh.
Oh, ick.
No, thank you.
So during the introduction at the All-Star game, they came out and twerked. Well, here's what happened.
Yeah.
Jeez.
I killed the audio because it's the music, but there you go. Oh, get it, Courtney. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then here's Angel Reese.
Oh, no,
yeah,
honey.
get it.
No.
That's not
get it.
necessary
No.
in any universe.
No.
They were trying to compare how to do it right, and as you can tell, they nailed it.
You can tell.
No.
Go back to Courtney. Courtney. Courtney's the best one. Go back to Courtney, Joe. Look at that. Get it, girl. Get it.
So at least you don't get the full, which is nice.
So
Thank you.
which team is this that she's representing?
They must be proud. Whoever it is, they're proud.
All of them.
They're dang proud right now.
And there was
Holy
another
cow.
video of the, what do you call it, the CEO of the WNBA, the female. She was also dancing with them afterwards.
Gosh, it's hard to
twerking too.
believe they're losing money, in that venture. That's weird.
Isn't it though?
Yeah. With that good, clean family fun right there.
Family fun.
Yeah.
When you see a female twerk
Surprised you're not making just oodles of cash, hand over fist.
Courtney Williams of the Minnesota Lynx. Oh, that's their nickname.
Okay. There you go. Really sad news. Yesterday, we found out Malcolm-Jamal Warner, who was Theo on The Cosby Show, died. He drowned in Costa Rica. It's a little bit of a freak accident.
Yes.
Really sad. It's amazing. He was a teenager almost the whole series.
Yeah.
So it must have started at like 14 because, he was... it ran for what, 8 years?
Yeah,
Cosby
so it started
Show?
in 84. He was born in 70, so yeah.
Yeah.
Man,
Wow.
just a...
Dang.
I loved his character.
Yeah, I did too.
And yeah, we don't have a lot of details other than he drowned.
That's it, yeah.
So, just hate that.
Really sad. Some
He
sad
had
news.
a daughter, too.
Sad news about Bruce Willis as well. He reportedly can no longer speak, read, and has difficulty walking. Wow. I just thought it was dementia, but this goes beyond that, right? Can't even talk.
Unless it's just progressed. I don't know.
It's really sad to see the videos and the pictures of him, because that's not the Bruce Willis that I know.
No, yeah. That's hard. My family, I've given them strict orders. If that ever happens to me, just put a bullet in my head.
And what was their response?
Just end it. They won't. They said they won't.
I got you, bro.
Really? You'll take care of it?
You.
Really?
Just go ahead, put me.
But I don't mean right now.
Oh, yeah.
I mean if this ever happens.
Yeah. If you get Bruce Willis case where you can't speak, you can't read,
you'll go ahead and take care of it.
I got you, bro. Just make sure you put that on your will so I don't get arrested.
I mean, that's just so sad. Dang. But hopefully they'll find a cure for that sometime. Maybe AI will find a cure for it.
I know Neuralink got installed on patients on P9 and P8 or P7, P8 on 2 new patients over the weekend. And Elon is saying that it could cure Alzheimer's, whatever you want to call it.
It can cure Alzheimer's?
Mm-hmm.
Not now, right?
No, not now. But the possibilities are there.
Really?
And it can make people that can't walk
Be
again.
able to walk. Yeah, I've heard that.
And you'll be able to remember people. So that whole not remembering
would
events.
Be something.
But yeah, the 2 new patients got Neuralink over the weekend.
So what are we up to? 8? 9?
Either 8 or 9. I couldn't remember that.
It's going fast now.
Yeah.
Oh, and that was the first time that they did 2 surgeries at the same time. I mean, on the same day. So they did one patient, and the doctors went to the other room and did another one.
And this kind of reminded me, this talk, how ironic we were talking about nicotine earlier. I was just Googling just to confirm if I remembered correctly, but it looks like there's some short-term studies that suggest that nicotine could help with some neuro issues, such as Parkinson's or
So now I have to
Alzheimer's.
smoke 2 packs.
No, not the smoke.
Oh,
It's
not
the
smoking.
nicotine.
It's a nicotine patch.
Okay, patches.
Yeah.
Got it.
Although it'll help put you in the ground, so then you won't need a doctor. And you won't have the
So I don't want to do that.
No, you don't want to do that. Wow. All right. 888-900-3393. Pat Unleashed on Twitter. Yesterday we had the guy. He's a Texas, either a senator or a representative.
He's a representative.
Yeah.
Or a pastor. You can call him either or.
And a pastor, I guess.
Pastor James.
And he's a student of some sort in a seminary.
Seminary school, yes.
He was a guest on the Rogan show, and his name is James Talarico. And Politico claims that he might turn Texas blue. Yeah, and monkeys might fly out my butt. It's possible. It's just as possible as James Talarico turning Texas blue. I mean, we actually covered this a little bit on Overtime yesterday, but it's worth taking another look at. He seems to have pulled the wool over Rogan's eyes, because here's what Rogan said about him afterward.
There is reason and good reasons to be disillusioned.
Now, this is...
I guess all I'm pushing back on is that second step of it's always going to be this way.
Right. It doesn't have to be this way.
That is the key step.
Right.
So I'm
That's
not
because you need to run for president.
Yeah.
We need someone who's actually a good person.
No. Okay, that's what I wanted to hear. Come on. Really? Keep in mind, this is the same guy who endorsed Bernie Sanders a few years ago. So he can be swayed sometimes with a good interview. Probably all of us could be swayed with a good interview at times. But this guy would not make a good president. He claims there's a biblical rationale for abortion. Completely false. And he claimed the Southern Baptist Conference was in favor of abortion back in the 70s. Well, what we found out was wrong. No, they weren't. What their stance on abortion was that in cases of rape, incest, and the mother's life, endangerment. That is not a pro-abortion stance. And there's no justification for abortion in the Bible. He also claimed that God offered Mary the chance to abort Jesus. I mean, that's just sacrilege. That's not what was said between the angel and Mary. What the angel said to Mary was that, they wanted her consent for having the baby, not becoming pregnant in the first place, which is when the choice is actually made, right? You've chosen to perhaps get pregnant at that point. But this guy is a preacher who tries to justify all the evil acts that are encouraged by the left. For instance, he's against the 10 Commandments being posted in schoolrooms in Texas. He's against that. You're a preacher. How are you against that? He's pro-abortion, obviously. He's pro-gay marriage. He's anti-10 Commandments hanging in classrooms. He's against deporting illegals. He called that horrific. Really? So we can't uphold our sovereignty? We can't ask anything of people who come to this country? Isn't it interesting that a seminary student, this preacher's religious beliefs just happen to perfectly align with every radical left-wing ideology under the sun? Isn't that interesting? No, he would not make a good president. Please don't even run for president, but if you do, hopefully he'll be soundly thrashed by whoever's running against him. This is the problem we have in this country. People are reaching out and falling prey to these absolute radicals. It's happening in New York. It's happening in Minneapolis. We got this guy in Texas now. Jeez. Wake up, Americans. Wow. Good morning, Americans. It's Tuesday. We need to wake up. Please, by all that is holy. I don't know how people get so easily duped by these psychos. I don't know. I guess if you speak it calmly and with a smile,
yes,
and you're a handsome guy.
He's a very handsome guy.
We'll listen to you. We'll listen. He's young. He's handsome. He's saying nice things in a nice way. So, yeah, let's vote for him for president.
And Pat, on his bio of his X account, he has 1 John 4:8. Whoever does not love does not know God, because God is love.
Well, okay, that's true, I guess. But
there's no but, Pat.
There's no but.
Whoever does not love does not know God, because God is love.
All right. So we get duped by people like that that claim to be Christians, claim to see the scriptures that we haven't seen and understand them in a way we certainly don't, and then they get elected to things. Please, by all that is holy, see through this guy.
And remember, yesterday we covered this in overtime, but he said the reason why we don't know that Mary wanted to abort Jesus, she was given the option to abort Jesus, was because the man removed the Magnificat.
The song. The Song of Mary. That was supposed to prove that
she wanted the abortion.
Which is
that she was given the choice to abort Jesus.
Which is nonsense. Sorry. Yeah, and it's nonsense. But, people just accept it, I guess, in some cases. Not us people, not we the people. But Joe Rogan seemed to buy into it.
Yeah, he really did.
Scary.
He's a good guy. Run for president.
Yeah, scary. Say it with a smile. That's certainly what Zohran Mamdani does in New York. He says all his communist baloney with a smile. all of his Islamist nonsense with a smile. And then it makes it okay. Yeah, that's the guy I want for mayor of New York City, the largest city in America, the financial heart of America. Yeah, let's go to socialism.
Yeah, Minneapolis about to get the same kind of character up
Didn't
there.
he win?
Yep.
He
the
won
Democrat
the primary.
Party,
Yeah.
they nominated
him yep.
over the...
He did get the nomination?
Yes, sir.
Yes, over the incumbent mayor.
Yes.
The guy who bent the knee with George Floyd. So you're about to get Omar Fattah in Minneapolis, much like you're going to get the Islamist over in New York City. And
So that's
Zoran.
two. Because I'm sure the Republican has almost no chance in Minneapolis.
I was reading about this. My understanding was they don't even try.
Yeah, that's what I was
They don't even try?
Yeah,
No,
so I don't know if maybe this is the year you give it a
a
old
shot.
college try. Their GOP.
Oh my!
I don't know if they're
the guy who considers Somalia his home. Okay, go there and be a mayor in Mogadishu. We don't need you in Minneapolis.
Minneapolis mayor to appeal after losing party endorsement to the guy who was in that Tom Hanks movie on the ship there, the Somali pirate.
I'm your
guy.
captain now.
Yeah, I'm your mayor now. So I don't know what the Republicans are going to do or if it even matters. So
I don't think it matters. I don't think they care.
Boy, when was the last time? When was the last time Minneapolis had a Republican mayor? Whoops, scrolling the wrong
I bet it's probably been longer than
40?
Than when New York City had a Republican mayor. You almost guarantee that.
Holy crap.
How long's it been?
It's like for one day in 1973.
Yeah, we talked about it. Yes. Okay,
What
so
is
that was
What?
like, yes, we did talk about this.
One day in 73?
Yes.
What happened there?
Yes. You were the one that had the story.
I have not had this story. No, it's not me. It looks like they had a Republican mayor for 4 years back, 1957 to 1961. And then...
So 61 was really the last time?
Yes.
Wow.
And...
Wow.
Boy, look at that fruit that Minneapolis is bearing.
Yeah, it's really good, right? Really good fruit. You know what? We're living in a time when truth is treated like hate and lies are paraded as compassion. The media calls it tolerance, but we know better. At Blaze TV, we don't play along. We tell the truth even when it's hard, even when it's unpopular, because truth is too important to stay silent. On my show and across the Blaze TV network, we go deeper than the headlines. We don't just react to the news. We explain what's really driving it. You won't hear this from the corporate media. They're too busy pushing agendas. But we're here to push back with clarity and conviction. It's not just content. It's a calling. And when you subscribe to Blaze TV, you're not just supporting conservative voices. You're joining a movement that refuses to bow to the cultural chaos. It's just $8 a month when you use the promo code PAT right now. That's $20 off the annual plan. Only 26 cents a day to support voices that won't back down. Go to blazetv.com/Pat. Join us today. The truth matters, and they are doing everything they can to silence it. blazetv.com/Pat.
You're listening to Pat Gray Unleashed.
So why'd they have
it's a pretty cool
mayor
story.
for a day in 73?
So Richard M. Erdahl served as mayor for one day because he was appointed on December 31st, 1973, because the previous mayor resigned, Charles Stiving, because he became the chief of police.
He resigned after one day?
No. The previous mayor resigned. Then to become the chief of police, and then Richard took over for one day.
And then what happened?
I don't know.
And then he resigned?
Well, I think the term was up.
The term was up.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Because it was December 31st, 1973.
All right.
So January 1st, the new guy took over.
All
There
right.
you go. You got that?
There you go.
All right.
Yeah.
Can we play? You're talking about these mayoral races with import. You've got the New York City. You got Curtis Sliwa. We need to get him some traction there as a Republican hopeful.
For sure.
In New York.
Yep.
And I recognize this protester. Isn't this the protester who was hanging around the Diddy trial and screaming at the cameras and
the
black guy? So play this video, and the guy obviously has mental issues. And Curtis Sliwa takes this opportunity. I think it's a touching moment, and hopefully it helps.
Zero tolerance.
Uh-oh.
It's a perfect example. Yo, what's up, man? What's your name?
I'm going to the police.
Okay, man. How long you lived here?
6 years.
6 years.
All right,
6 years. And where you from originally?
I'm from Boston, Guyana.
All right, Guyana. Have you ever been hospitalized?
A lot of times.
All right, where?
Belgium.
Okay. Are you supposed to be on medication?
Yes.
Would you rather be somewhere else in Penn Station? It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's all right. It's all right.
Now he's crying.
We'll take care of you, okay?
I just don't want to take advantage of you guys.
You're not taking advantage. This is our responsibility. I'm running for mayor. I'm going to make sure that you and your other friends down here are taken care of, okay?
Okay, boy.
You want to stand with us while we continue? Yeah, why don't you stand right here with us?
Wow, that's a very cool moment from Curtis Sliwa.
Mm-hmm.
That's great. So the guy was at Bellevue Hospital, off his medication.
Apparently, I mean, and then he's crying. I don't want to take advantage of you guys anymore.
Oh man.
So we'll see. I mean, I hate to look at everything through a political lens, but
but
that
still
was pretty powerful there.
Yeah, it was.
I don't know if is that story getting any traction anywhere? Did the New York Post do anything on that?
I don't know. I do not know. Interesting. So, New Yorkers, wake up. There's a pretty good guy. That was a cool moment. So, if you're looking for cool moments,
If you're looking
your
for cool
mayor,
moments,
there's one.
You got the
There's
Guardian
one.
Angels guy there.
Yeah, right. Right. No, he was really good there. He was really good. And I guarantee you, no matter what his platforms are, they are better than Zoran Mamdani and will be better for New York City and America. There's just no question about that. Also, we got Representative Clay Higgins on rescuing missing children.
Yeah.
And according to my research, which will very soon be revealed next week.
That's this week.
They've rescued so far 35,000 tender-age kids. How you like that? Now, according to Ms. Hopper's research, which I find fascinating, and everybody up here should, 70% of the documentation turned in by so-called sponsors, which were lined up by who? The NGOs. Through who? Primarily HHS. It was a pipeline, man. We fed a pipeline of tender-age children into sex trafficking and slave labor into our country. We're finding these kids. We're tracking this fraudulent documents. You're right, Ms. Hopper. My research showed a little bit less, 65%. You said 70%. I'll go with 70. So be advised. Be advised. We are building out case files, criminal case files. We're interviewing these 35,000 kids, and we're finding out exactly what the hell happened, how they ended up in the nightmare where they were, and we're rescuing more. And there's nothing anybody can do about it. We're going to identify these children, we're locating these children, we're rescuing these children, and we're building out criminal files based upon the testimony of these young teenagers and the documentation of fraudulent vetting. And many of these NGO employees are going to find themselves wearing orange, be their new favorite color. Mr. Chairman, I appreciate the indulgence.
Yeah, 35,000.
I mean, we've played clip after clip over the last year now from different whistleblowers and different government officials who said this is going on. The Biden administration facilitating the sex trafficking of minors through our tax dollars, funding these evil NGOs, and like he said, these terribly vetted individuals that are in them.
And all we hear from the left when those NGOs are defunded is how evil it was that you defunded them.
Right.
People will die.
Yeah, right. Children are dying because of it. Yep. No, we're saving children because of it.
Yeah. Who cares about children? It's not the left.
It is not the left. That's for sure.
Wait, the party that believes in murdering them doesn't care?
Yeah, the death cult. The death cult. But there is a Democrat in New York City that I'd like to see. He's actually an independent now, but he used to be a Democrat, is now running as an independent, right? Mario Cuomo in New York.
Andrew
Cuomo. I did it again. Good
time,
gosh,
man.
even after we talked about it, I did it again.
I don't know what to tell you, bro.
I don't even.
Who's Mario Cuomo?
His dad.
Oh,
who's been dead for some time now.
How dare you bring up his dead
But
father?
he used to be. It hurts Andrew every time. He's like, oh, thanks for reminding me of my dad's dead. Yeah. Andrew Cuomo, who sucks and is a terrible human being and responsible for how many deaths of older people in New York? Was it 14 or 15,000 or something? Because he put them into
nursing homes, right?
Yeah. He put COVID victims into nursing homes over and over and over and over again. Even after people said, hey, you know what? That's not a good idea. You're infecting a whole bunch of older people who don't have a lot of resistance to this disease, and it didn't matter. He just kept doing it. But he says that he will pack his bags and flee to Florida if he loses this race to Mom Donnie.
Wait a minute.
To do what?
Whose campaign is he trying to help here?
I don't know.
You say that?
I don't know. I don't know.
So wait a minute. If I'm a New York City voter, I'm thinking, so wait a minute.
Wait, I could get rid of
get a Democrat,
Andrew Cuomo?
And I can get Cuomo out of the city.
It's all or nothing, he says. We either win or even I will move to Florida, God forbid.
Oh no, don't threaten me with a good time. Okay.
Oh, man. I don't know. It's a dire situation there. Really, really, really critical. All right, we got overtime coming up today. We'll see you back here tomorrow.
This is Pat Gray Unleashed.